Hello, welcome to part 2 of recording Foley for experimental music purposes. You might want to excuse the audio quality. It might be okay, but it's difficult to say. I'm trying out some new stuff. Anyway, new stuff being getting this working on the internet, which is a lot of fun, I can tell you now. So what I've got is the audio files that we recorded earlier. I've digitized the tape one. Digitize makes it sound like I did something fancy, but all I've basically done is recorded the cassette player into the digital recorder, and then I've taken the file which was on a smart card in the device and stuck it in the computer. We've also got a digital file which is the original digital recording as well. So I've got two files. Just looking at these in a piece of free software that a lot of people who are interested in this stuff will know about. That's called Audacity. Anyway, let's open up the first one and have a look at that. This is the cassette tape recording. I'm thinking that this will be kind of I've had a listen to it, to be honest, and it's not as bad as I thought it would be. But you will get this kind of noise background. If I take a section there and just play it, I think this will be a section where there's not really much happening, but it's all the background noise of the tape. Let's play that and see what you see if you can hear it. Or you really can. You can really hear all that background sound, but it's not as bad as when I recorded it originally and then played it back from the tape recorder itself. I think almost when you play it back from the tape recorder, you're doubling up the crapness. You've got the crap recording and playing the crap recording back through a crap player. And when I say crap, that's a derogatory way of looking at it, but what I'm actually saying is it's a different sound quality. It's a lower sound quality, but I think for having the cassette recording, we'll get different elements that come through in that recording that will be useful and interesting. Even some of that background hiss sound, you can take that, amplify it up, and use that in itself as an element of what you're doing. Basically your standard hi-hat sound in a drum machine in the analog world is a little blast of noise that's had a volume envelope applied to it. So noise in itself is something useful, and this will be its own quality of noise. So also I think with the cassette recorder you just get this different sound, a quality which I think will be useful for this particular endeavor. Okay, so that's I'll play a bit of that anyway. Warning about sound levels and protecting your ears. I don't know how well the volume of this recording is going to come across, but we do have that bit of feedback at the start. I'll just play a little bit of it so that we can hear what's going on. Yeah, it seems like the warning was warranted. So there you go, you get the idea. and then this will be the digital recording. You know, a crisper and cleaner thing altogether, and you know, that's obviously got its own use as well. So I mean, if I can find a bit that would be considered a quiet section, I think you might be able to tell the difference in terms of what the background noise is like. So I'll just play this little snippet. Yeah, there's a bit of some stuff going on there in terms of what I was doing, but the actual background noise level is nothing like what's going on with the tape. So yeah, I'll play a little sample of that. We've already heard what I was doing when I was doing some earlier sort of starting out stuff. What have we got here? I'll try a bit just here. Yeah, the sound there of I think a cassette box being opened and closed, and maybe a bit of a marble in some metal. I've got here just a random snippet. Yeah, some rustling and crinkling or something. So I'll give it a little bit of demonstration of what I'm thinking of doing with this. Obviously, with Audacity, great bit of software, free. You have all this capability to open up an audio file, zoom right into it at this level, isolate bits, and then it's got all of the functionality in terms of being able to apply effects, EQ, edit, you know, cut and paste and all of that. And I tend to use it when I want to get bits of audio and do this kind of getting little percussive sounds out of it, which I've not done much of, but I'm trying to do it kind of a bit more earnestly here and document the process as I'm doing here with this YouTube video. So the kind of example of the thing, I would say I'll take a little snippet and just sort of play what would be a small percussive section or percussive moment. I'll try to see what that sounds like. There you go. I mean, that's kind of like the sound of a marble or something on a bit of metal. My steel drum. So what I can do with that, and this is the usual process I'd go through, I'd get this little section, normalize it, apply that. It's not done much, it's already pretty loud, but there you go, there's the normalized version. You know, I don't know whether that section, whether that little bit would be something I'd use, but it's just an example. Obviously, then I'd just take these clips, I'd go file, export it as a WAV, find a location for it. Oh, look at this. Alright, okay. One second, I need to pause the moment. Just finishing off here. Just brief interruption, but getting through this. Right, so we've got let's find the locations. Where am I putting things? Documents, and I've got a sample folder somewhere here. Samples from card edit. So I'll create a folder there. See, I think this is pretty obvious stuff. Extracted. That's my extracted clip, and then export audio, save. I mean, did I? You know, what I mean. I don't know there. I think there I probably messed up because I probably extracted the whole thing rather than file. So the function would be export selected audio, not the whole damn thing. So there we go. Save that, and now I've got a little clip, a little marble sound which I can use. So that's what I'll be doing as the next element of this little project. I'll be going away and just taking little snippets, seeing what they sound like, and getting a collection together of sample material. Obviously, if you wanted to do it differently, if you wanted to do it differently, I don't know if this isn't necessarily an instructional video, but for somebody who wanted to do things differently, they might not just want to collect little snippets, they might want to collect whole sections and use them for their musical purposes. Another good thing about this Audacity as well, of course, is that beyond cutting things out and normalizing them, you can apply effects and so on. So if you take a bit like that, let's just normalize that. A bit louder. Some things I like to do, just an obvious thing, is reverse it. Already sounds like a reverse symbol. And then I was having a mess around with this earlier. What's it called? Pull stretch. You can take that little sound and stretch it by a factor of 100, let's say. That's probably a bit much. Don't want to be here forever, but 60, let's say. So let's take that small snippet of sound, stretch it out 60 times its length. Preview that. So that might be something you can do to get longer sections of audio out of your original material. Not just percussive sounds. Then it might be something. It could be like a kind of synth pad or something. I don't know. What do you do if you apply that and then what if we put a filter on it? I don't know. I'm just messing about here. Low pass filter, frequency seems a bit much. What is it? 600? What does that sound like? A bit of atmospherics, 1200. Yeah, okay, that kind of thing. Who knows what you might want to do with it. You could mess around with pull stretch to your heart's content and create kind of your next sci-fi horror movie soundtrack with ease. So yeah, that's basically phase 2 of this process, the Foley sound for music, with the end aim of some kind of piece of music to come out of this. So I think the next video I'm going to make will be having a look, hopefully, at the end results of this sort of editing snippets and things, and see what my sound material is that I can then use to compose this track, this hypothetical track, which let's hope, well, I hope anyway, that at least that it comes to fruition. Okay, so I'll sign off there. Cheerio.